says that once there is a great sacrifice being performed in an assembly where all the great leaders of the whole world, they assembled there. So there is even Brahma, Lord Shiva, all the devatas, everyone has assembled. In that assembly, when Daksha is like the leader of all the Prajapatis means he like creator of the progenitors. He generates all the people. So when he entered, it is mentioned that his body was so effulgent, like it looks like the sun. The sun is exhibiting his effulgence. So by seeing his effulgence, everyone at once got up from in that assembly. So except two people, they are Lord Shiva and Brahma. So Brahma is the father of Daksha. So Daksha did not mind Brahma not getting up because father is respectable personality. But Shiva, Lord Shiva, is son-in-law of Daksha. So son-in-law, he is like kind of expecting that respect from Daksha, Lord Shiva, but he did not get up. So that became he very much upset with that. He became like kind of angry, and he silently went there to his seat, and he sat there, and he became so angry that he like when his eyes were kind of red when he was speaking. So his eyes glowing and he started speaking. What he said was, see, first sentence what he spoke was, oh, oh assembled people, I am, please hear me with great attention. Now I will speak about what are the manners of the good people. So because I want to establish what is proper behavior and what is not proper behavior. And I do not speak out of ignorance or envy. So basically he is going to find fault with Shiva, and he is going to chastise him. But his argument is that he wanted that in assemblies, if one has to establish what is good conduct and what is not good conduct, so unless that is established, no, everyone, sadhus cannot live properly. Therefore, I am speaking. So this is the first statement he spoke. So basically, he is like now finding fault with Shiva, and he's kind of he will chastise now. So he is like kind of covering. He's saying that I'm not envious of Lord Shiva. So this we should be very careful. Maybe we sometimes we may also like try to find some faults or something. Then we need to figure out, is it our envy, or are we really trying to are we really doing the correct thing? It is very, very difficult. So one should be very, very careful. So then he started saying that he basically he like he kind of gives a lot of reasons how Lord Shiva is not behaving properly. Just so So he says this Shiva is Nirapatrapaha. Nirapatrapaha means shameless. And he destroyed the fame of all the Lokapalas. Lokapalas means there are so many controllers in this world, and out of them, Shiva is one of them. So, but he destroyed that fame of all the higher devatas. So, whenever whenever someone is blaspheming some devotee or supreme lord, generally Mother Saraswati, she puts their words in such a way that it becomes a glorify, because Mother Saraswati cannot tolerate the blasphemy of the Supreme Lord or his devotees. So therefore, there are acharyas like Krishna Chakravarti Thakur, they give positive meaning. That means when some person is chastising them, they give, actually it is not chastisement, it is the glorification. So like that they give the alternate glorification. So this is called Saraswata Artha. So for each blasphemy of Lord Shiva, acharyas give the praise of Lord Shiva. So Nirapatrapa, shameless means indirectly it implies that he maintains all the shelterless people, like that it means. And he destroys the fame of all Lokapalas. The meaning is, actually he is the greatest of all Lokapalas. Therefore, he could defame, in that way, all the fame of all other Lokapalas that became less. So in that way, Lord Shiva is the greatest. He destroyed the fame of other Lokapalas, like that it may imply. And Daksha is saying that he pretended himself to be a honest person and is very nice person, and he accepted my daughter's hand. But now, so when he accepted as a daughter's hand, he became subordinate to me. But now he is not offering any respects to me. So like that he blasphemes Shiva. Then the intended, the Saraswata Artha is like he understands what is bad behavior, but like bad behavior of he's saying Shiva exhibited bad behavior, but the actual Saraswata meaning is Shiva understands the bad behavior of Daksha, and he did not he keeps it a secret, and he did not stand up and welcome the Daksha, like that. And he mentioned, and he mentions he is having Markata Lochana. He is having and with having Markata Lochana, but he monkey-eyed person, but he accepted my fawn-eyed daughter, means my daughter who is having nice eyes. So but he is not even offering sweet words. The positive meaning means Markata Lochana means Shiva mercifully desires fulfill all the desires of monkey-like materialists. So Markata Lochana means that applied to materialists. So he fulfills all those desires mercifully, and like that it becomes. And he further says, Lord Shiva, he doesn't perform any rituals, and he is impure, he is proud, he violates all the codes of conduct, and so like that it means. So the positive meaning is Lord Shiva does not need to perform any rituals. He doesn't perform rituals, like that he said. But actually Lord Shiva does not need any rituals. And he's saying he is impure, but the positive meaning is no one is more cleaner than him. So he is proud, but the word can be adjusted in Sanskrit by adding a in front. So he is not proud. So not can be added. So he is not proud, like that. So he violates codes of conduct. He doesn't violate codes of conduct. And he says that Daksha says that although actually I don't want to give my daughter to him, but this Prajapati who is sitting here, he asked me to give, therefore I gave. So he he is addressing Lord Brahma as Parameshti. Parameshti is supreme teacher in the universe. So basically, although Brahma is a father, he is not saying Brahma is a father. He is saying that he is he is my, he is only Parameshti, means he is the supreme teacher. So because he is even angry with his father also. So because he asked me to give my daughter to him. So he is not acknowledging even Brahma's judgment. He is thinking that he is greater than even his father. He knows better than his Lord Brahma. So therefore, he is even more angry with Brahma also because he asked to give his daughter to Shiva. Because he asked, I gave. So like that, he complained. And he always roams like a madman, sometimes laughs and sometimes cries. And he smears all the ashes and ornaments. He smears all his body with ashes and he ornaments himself with garland of skulls and bones. So like that he mentions. The positive meaning is actually in some Puranas it is mentioned that uh, smearing ashes on the body is an activity of a exalted Vaishnava. He is exhibiting that activity. And he mentioned that Daksha mentioned he called Shiva as Unmattavati, like a madman. He sometimes laughs and sometimes cries. So this is like supreme glorification because Lord Shiva is supreme devotee. He is mad with prema for the supreme Lord. Therefore, he sometimes laughs and sometimes cries. So we have seen in the Prahlad, the story of Prahlad also, how Prahlad sometimes laughs and sometimes cries, like that it is mentioned, his activities. So because he is always absorbed in the Lord and based on, he sees the Lord's activities, so therefore he cries, sometimes he laughs, sometimes. So Lord Shiva is like that. And he's saying that he is most mad and most inauspicious creature, and he is Shiva in name only. Shiva means most auspicious, but he is telling that this he is Shiva in name only. He is not most auspicious. So the positive meaning is he by him even a worst place becomes most auspicious. And actually no one is more auspicious than Lord Shiva. He is Ashiva. He is more no one is more auspicious than him. Like that the positive meaning. And he says that he is only loved by mad people. He is very dear to all the mad people who are also in Tamoguna and also like Lord Shiva, like that he mentions. But the positive meaning is he mercifully accepts even these most Tamogun people and gradually elevates them to highest spiritual consciousness. So Bhatta Jana Priya means Lord Shiva is so magnanimous that he even gives shelter to all these degraded people. So he says he is unclean. Uh, so the positive meaning is he purifies even the impure places. He is Lord of the ghosts. He is merciful even to the mad. And he has impure heart. So positive is his mind is merciful even to the merciful. So like that, whatever blasphemy he gives to Shiva, Saraswati Devi indirectly glorifies Lord Shiva. So like that we will find in several places in Bhagavatam, even when uh, in the fight between Hiranyaksha and Varahadev, Hiranyaksha also chastises Varahadev. So that time Saraswati Devi again glorifies all those things. So like that in so many other places, whenever demons give negative meanings, Saraswati Devi makes it positive and acharyas mercifully give that to us. So in this way, Daksha, he expressed his anger, and finally he cursed Lord Shiva. What curse he gave? Uh, he he cursed that he should not have a share in the sacrificial oblations. Uh, he took some water, washed his hands and mouth, and he took some water, and although people they are restraining Daksha, other people, but he cursed that Lord Shiva should not have a share in the sacrifice. So, nicely, Prabhupada writes in the purport that actually this curse is not a curse, it is a blessing to Lord Shiva. So basically, the concept of this sacrifice is that people, whatever they like people, everyone will get all their things in this world by the arrangement of all the devatas. So that we know from Bhagavad Gita that because of devatas' help we get all these things. So therefore, people like they can offer their sacrifices to please all the devatas, so that they will supply uh, their necessities. That's the cycle that we know from third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So now, uh, but Lord Shiva, whenever people perform these, so this is like they perform sacrifices so that their desires will get satisfied, and all the devatas they attend that so that they will get all their yajnas, the yajna phala to enjoy. So this is like mainly there will be like lot of materialistic activity will go on, but Lord Shiva is like greatest Vaishnava, so he always wanted to associate with Vaishnavas, discuss Krishna Kada. That is his favorite activity. But attending these sacrificial ceremonies is like an obligation, suppose we are like we like to do some things and we are obliged to do some things, right? In office we may need to oblige to go, but we want to spend in devotional activities. So it is like that activity for Shiva. Now this curse, Daksha is saying you should now have share. That means he now need not go to those sacrifices. So in that way he is relieved of that all that association. He can perform his Krishna bhajan like that. That way it became a boon for Lord Shiva. So in that way, Daksha cursed Lord Shiva, and although all the people in the assembly they are kind of requesting Daksha to stay there, but he left out of very anger, in an angry mood. He left, although all the people are requesting. So actually, Daksha's thinking was he is thinking that he is the most intelligent in all that assembly. So if he stays in that assembly, he may also become contaminated. So I should leave this assembly. In that way, he was kind of puffed up. He was thinking that in argument there was no better than him. His whatever his thought process, that is the correct thing. So all these people they are unnecessarily respecting me. This Shiva, I should not be here, and he angrily cursed and left that company. So Prabhupada writes very brilliantly in the purport nice points that so these are the these like this is the mode of passion which makes a man crazy, although he may be as great as Daksha. Like whenever these things like mode of passion, things like anger, lust, and other things overcomes one person, so that will be like very dangerous thing. And at that point, one may commit a Vaishnava aparadha or offend other persons or other devotees. So it is like compared to Vaishnava aparadha is compared to mad elephant offense that will uproot all our bhakti. So one should be very, very careful with our feelings of this mode of passion. We should be very, very careful. So that Daksha is now in Bhagavad Gita, we know Krishna says, Trividam Narakasyedam Nasham Dharam Nashanam Atmanah Kama Krodha Tada Lobha. So three gates to hell. What are those? Kama, Krodha, and Lobha. Lobha is greed, Kama is lust, and Krodha is anger. So this is Daksha's anger. Actually, in the later purports, in the later episode, we come to know that Daksha had ill feelings towards Lord Shiva from before also. So this is only the tipping point, icing on the cake, like not icing, the tipping point we say now, like the defining, like at the end moment. So this incident he blasted. Otherwise, previously also he was not having the good intentions towards Shiva, because that also comes because he was very much proud of his opulences. He is only thinking in terms of opulences of what he sees, like all the wealth he has, all the um, all the like the kind of power, Aishwarya, and the other opulences, palaces, everyone like that he is having. So he only considering that. But although he had all those things, but everyone in the world, they are respecting Lord Shiva, although he doesn't have any all these kind of external appearances. So he kind of developed that kind of envy towards Lord Shiva. So because he wanted to attain that position of everyone respecting him, but Lord Shiva is getting that position. So, and although Shiva doesn't, according to him, he doesn't deserve anything because he doesn't have any money, any palaces, anything. Why these people are respecting him? Like that, he developed envy, and he is a bit disgusted with all the like external activities of Lord Shiva. So, he was always having that enmity, and this is like not Shiva not getting up is like the tip of the point where he blasted out. So in this way, he uh, cursed Lord Shiva. Because of this anger. Later on, Daksha has to suffer. So that we'll see later. So now once Daksha understand that Shiva's followers, they understand that Daksha cursed Lord Shiva. So all these followers of Shiva, like especially Nandishwara, he becomes very angry with Daksha. And out of anger, he started cursing Daksha, and also all the Brahmanas that were supporting Daksha, or who are tolerating Daksha's curse when Daksha is cursing Shiva. So now here like one point Prabhupada mentions that the Nandishwara is the follower of Daksha, so Lord Shiva. So he was not tolerant. So as a follower, he as a follower to his master, he was right in cursing. He was in expressing his anger, but we see he also extended his curse to Daksha as well as many Brahmanas. So he crossed his limits of anger. So in that way, like it became a like the angry mood upon both the angry mood prevailed there. Because of that, so many things happened on the periods. So not only cursed Daksha, but also the Brahmanas who were there. Because he says that anyone, anyone who supported Daksha and because of that neglected Lord Shiva is very intelligent. So because they identified themselves with that their body, they behaved like that. Therefore, they will be bereft of transcendental knowledge. And he says that they may be all these people. They should become absorbed in. They are fully absorbed in karma kanda. So because they are karma kanda means like it offers lot of fruitive desires. So once they get attached to this karma kanda, they may not agree to perform devotional service. So like that he said. And let the Daksha, because he cursed Lord Shiva, let him have a head of a goat. So Daksha's head will be cut off and his head will be replaced with a goat head. Because he says that he performed the spiritual goal of to attain Vishnu and he is attached to materialistic life. So therefore he should behave like a goat. So therefore he should get the head of a goat. And people who are all supported him, they have purposefully insulted Lord Shiva. So therefore, those who are supporting Daksha, they should all continue in samsara and they should uh, remain attached to fruitive activities. And let these brahmanas who take to education, austerity, and vows, all these things they should take only to maintain their body. So just to maintain their body, let them exhibit vidya, tapa, and pratas. So they will be all bereft of discrimination in eating, what they should eat and what they should not eat, and let them become beggars only for the satisfaction of the body. Like that, he curses Daksha and his followers. And now Bhrigu Muni, at this point of time, was he also becomes angry and he started cursing the Nandishwara or the followers of Lord Shiva. He's like Bhrigu is kind of representing Brahmanas here. Although Bhrigu is a great Muni, here in this episode he is kind of representing Brahmanas and he kind of uh, curses Shiva's followers. He says that uh, he all let the whoever like let all the who are following Lord Shiva, they should follow in such a way that such principles they will become an atheist and be diverted from transcendental scriptural injunctions. So, like become atheists means they they will become pashandis, means they don't believe in scriptures, or they may create obstacles to the proper transcendental scriptural injunctions. They may create wrong paths and they may become, he further curses that they may become addicted to wine, flesh, etc. They may take shelter of Pashandam means heretical views means they don't believe in Vedas and those what Vedas propon. So they will become attached to the atheism like that. They may oppose the matters related to Lord Janatana like that. So in that way, one people is people like they are cursing them and these people are cursing them. So just when Lord Shiva heard the name of Janardana, he immediately uh, he understood that this counter cursing and all these things are happening. So he immediately became little morose and he left the arena without saying anything, followed by his disciples. So very nicely Prabhupada writes here that Lord Shiva, he he perfectly he understood that atmosphere was fully surcharged with mode of anger. So in that atmosphere, it is the whenever that atmosphere of anger is such that in that at that point of time we don't know what people are doing. So at that time it is very uh, benefit to withdraw at that point of time in anger. So he seeing that both parties are cursing each other. He he left that place so that further cursing and counter cursing will not go away. And also he was afraid that maybe they may even his followers may even uh, offend Janardana, who is his worshipable Lord. So that also he thought he doesn't want all those things to continue. So he silently left. In that way, that matter was at least stopped at that point of time. In that way, he left that assembly, and uh, so after Shiva left, also that yajna continued for many. They continued that yajna. They completed it. Like that. That episode. That episode was over at that point of time. So, but there is after the even though this incident happened, very long time passes, but still that that there is no settlement between Daksha and Lord Shiva. So no one no one approached each other for forgiveness or anything. So the tension continued between Daksha and Lord Shiva. And Brahmaji appointed Daksha as the chief of all Prajapatis. So with that, Daksha became very proud. And, Daksha started performing one more sacrifice called Vajpaya. So he performed one Vajpaya sacrifice, and he after that he started saying one more sacrifice called Bruhaspati Sava, and he he invited everyone, but he did not invite Lord Shiva and his followers. So now, when he started that sacrifice, the at the place of Sati means Parvati in the previous life. Sati and Shiva, where they are sitting. Sati heard so tumult. There are so many people are going to his father's house. So many aeroplanes are going. So she kind of developed desire to witness that sacrifice. So she approached Lord Shiva and started giving reasons for why we should go to that sacrifice. She systematically presents her arguments. He says that it is actually your father and your father-in-law has started your father-in-law has started performing a sacrifice. So therefore, we will go there. And all the devatas, they are all invited, and all these people, they are all going there. So if you also desire, we will go there. So then Shiva may ask, why you want to go? If Shiva says that, I think all my sisters, uh, along with their husbands, they also will go there. So therefore, I want to decorate myself with all the ornaments and go there in order to participate in that assembly and to see my sisters and mothers. My mothers and sister, they have a lot of affection towards me, and so and all the other relatives also very much affectionate to me. So I want to, so therefore I want to see there, and I also want to see the nice sacrifice there, which is fully decorated. So this way we can. Therefore, I am very anxious to go there, and then Shiva might say that like how you have developed so much so much attachment you have to your relatives, and so many to see all these sacrifices. These are all material attachments. How you have developed this? That Shiva might say. Then Sati is saying, actually, this material attachment is common. Everywhere the same attachment is there. And I am a normal woman. So I also have these attachments. After all, I'm a woman. And like uh, like any other woman, I also to desire to associate with my all my relatives and attend these things. So in this way, but you are everyone in this world, they are born by three modes. So they have these affectionates, affectionate dealings. So I want to go, like that she mentions, and she further mentions that how can how can a daughter restrain herself when she knows that in his father's house there is a huge function is there. So how can a father, how can a daughter refrain himself from going and see all other women, they are all going with their husbands. So therefore you also come, we can also go. And you once protected everyone by drinking poison. So now I am getting distressed to go to my father's house. So therefore, you also please protect me by allowing me to go there. So and then she started saying that you may object that actually you are not invited. How you can go? But actually, even if invited, one can go to the place of one's friend, husband, or spiritual master or father. Even without invitation, one can go. So there is nothing wrong. Therefore, you are kind towards everyone. So therefore, you please fulfill my desire. And you are so kind that you have accepted me as your half of your body. Therefore, accept my request. So like that, she presented a lot of arguments to go to her father's place because she knows that Shiva might object not to go there. So now Lord Shiva, as she expected, she gave a lot of reasons why she should not go. He smiled, like initially he remembered the words of Daksha and he smiled, and he started speaking. Basically, Lord Shiva, he understood that Daksha is still maintaining that enmity. So therefore, he understood that if Sati goes, it will not be good for her. So therefore he started saying. Now, what he said was certainly. Lord Shiva started saying that you are saying that you can go to your father's house without being invited. That is true. One can go to these places of father's place, friend's place, even if not invited, one can go. But one can go only if they very friendly welcome you. If they are not friendly, and if you go there, and if they look with their angry glances, or they are not happy when you go, certainly one should not go to that place. So he's saying that one can go to father's house, friend's house, or a guru's house, relative's house, provided they are happy when you come there. But when they are angry or when they are not happy when you go there, that place one should avoid going. So that's what Lord Shiva said. So, and why he will be angry, why he will not be happy. So for that he says this shloka, uh, nice shloka. Maybe you can recite. Vidyatapo vittavapurvaya kulai
विद्यातपोवित्तवपुर्वयकुलैः
satam gunai षड्भिरसत्तमेतरैः
सतां गुणैः षड्भिरसत्तमेतरैः
स्मृतौ हतायां मृतमानदुर्दशा
स्मृतौ हतायामृतमानदुर्दशा
स्तब्धा न पश्यन्ति हि धाम भूयसाम्
स्तब्धा न पश्यन्ति हि धाम भूयसाम्.
What he is saying is there are 6 good qualities. Vidya, education, tapa means austerity, vitta is wealth, vapu means beauty, and vaya means youth, nice young age, and kula means nice family lineage. These are all 6 good qualities. Someone is having all these things, he will be kind of considered more fortunate. So these are good satam gune shadbir. These are good qualities if they are present in the sadhus. But if all these qualities, if asattama means one who is a proud person, if he has these qualities, these will become faults. So if a person is proud and he is having vidya or tapasya or vitta or wealth or body or anything, that will only become causes of his becoming more proud. So asattam etaraihi. Itaraihi means satam. Itaraihi means one who is asadu. For them, these will become bad qualities because 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 of this proudness, their memory will be lost. Smuto hatayam vritamana dudrasha, because they consider themselves very proud. They don't see good qualities in others. So because this is like a main important thing for us to understand. If we are proud of anything, then uh, we will not be able to appreciate the good qualities, or we will not be able to see the good qualities in others. So because why we become proud, that is because we think that whatever opulences we have, that is our own. Because of my own things, I got these opulences. So because of that we get puffed up. Basically we don't, when we don't have gratitude, or the Supreme Lord has given me, because of all the previous all the so many circumstances, so many previous personalities, because of that I may get some opulence. So but if you don't recognize that our opulence is coming from Supreme Lord and all other beings, we become proud of our opulence, and because of that proud, we don't appreciate other personalities having those same opulences. That's how we become proud, and we don't uh, we don't find the good qualities in others. So these will become bad qualities, then they don't see the good qualities in others. People who become proud. Arjuna mentions, and then these you are saying that you will go there, but your father, like this, your father will not speak with you gently. He will speak with you very harsh words. So, and when someone who is harsh words from a relative, when a harsh words that will come from a relative, that those words are very painful. These are painful even than the sharp arrows. Sharp arrows may hurt for some time the body, but when someone relative uh, he he spoke something unkind words, that will torment our heart day and night. So that he says, and okay, he further mentions several reasons. So you may be your favorite daughter, but since you have relationship with me, he is tormented by that, and he will not be happy with you. So therefore, he will speak harsh words that you will not be able to tolerate. Like that, he says, and he gives further reasons that we will consider and discuss next time. I will stop here. If anyone want to say or add something, you can continue. I will end here. Yes, bro. Anyone want to say? What is everything?
Just one point, Prabhu. I mean, I just remember the other lectures I heard earlier. Also the behavior normally I usually do. Like there are we associate with many devotees. Sometimes we associate with the great some devotees who are actually progressing very fast, but because of our so-called seniority or something, we will not give respect to them. Example, some devotee joined after we joined the movement, and that devotee maybe progress very fastly, but we always say that I know this devotee, I know this guy, he came so and so time, and I usually feed him, I usually train him. Some kind of feelings will come in our mind, and it's kind of offense we are making to that devotee. Similarly, how Daksha, right? He's not able to recognize the Lord Shiva's glories. He's just thinking he is his son-in-law because of maybe very closely they are in relationship or any other way. So I think it's one of the mind is always thinking, take it as granted, although they are very great devotees, because they are not showing that. We are simply considering that they are inferior to us or something like that, which I was doing so much. It's I think I need to change it.
Yeah, wonderful point, though. Correct. Subtle ways we may express envy towards other devotees who are progressing very nicely. So that may offshoot. Yeah, that may correct. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Guru.
Nice point. Hare Krishna. So we will end here. We'll
Yes,
continue
Prabhuji.
next
Thank
time.
you. Thank you, Prabhu, for your wonderful class. Prabhuji, I have one request, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, one of my uncle, he lost his son, Prabhu. He is 18 years old. This Sunday, that boy was electrocuted. I he was trying to plug in some turn off motor switch, Prabhuji. That kid has passed away. It was horrible. I was there in town to just visit and just share their grief. And it was unbearable, Prabhu, for the parents. So I request all of you to kindly pray for the departed soul as well as for their parents, that they can gain some strength to go through this, and maybe they can get shelter of you, Krishna and devotees. Prabhuji.
That's good. Definitely. So Hare Krishna. Hare. Is your like in that?
Yeah, my father's sister's son, Prabhu. His son, actually. My father's sister's son is my uncle,
Okay.
and he is about 49, 50 years old. And his son actually he is studying, he completed his +2, I think. He just came to his grandmother's home in Nagari, which is Nagari. My father's sister stays in Nagari. So
Yeah.
my father's sister's grandson actually he came to Nagari for a festival, and he was overstaying just to help her grandmother build a new house, Prabhuji. I mean, they're building a new house for her grandmother. Unfortunately, this incident happened, Prabhuji. I mean, I don't know. It's completely helpless. The parents cannot do whatever grief they have it. They cannot. I don't know, Prabhuji, what they can do. Also, I don't know how much they can cry, how much they can stop crying. I am also unable to comprehend the kind of situation they are in, right? And they're repeatedly blaming themselves. We are the cause of this misery. We just brought the son from. They stay in Bangalore, near Bangalore, Hosur. They're repeatedly saying we brought the son and just dropped here. Unfortunately, yeah, it was very unfortunate, Prabhuji. I mean, it looks like it's completely planned by some higher forces, which we cannot manage it.
Yeah, we cannot see all those things there.
It's very highly, very, very this one, Prabhuji. It looks like the kid passed away around 7:50 a.m. The entire Nagari town, every Saturday, it seems the power will go at 8 a.m., Prabhuji. It's 10 minutes before the power cut happens. And yeah, he just was there. And Friday, he just, he gave a send off to his father. His father went to Bangalore on Friday. And Friday, he seems he asked his father for new clothes. So he bought a new set of 2 jeans and 2 t-shirts or whatever it is, 3,500 rupees. That was also hanging in their Prabhu at their home. Everything was there. Kid was very happy. He has not seen any maybe failures or sorrows in his life. I think his job is done here in the material world. He left Prabhuji. I also heard in that funeral ceremony also happened. My father was saying he goes to, might have seen at least 100 funerals right in his lifetime, I think. So saying they sing a song, Prabhuji, in the funeral ceremony. And the person who sings that funeral song is my father says he is a low grade person. He is not a good singer. But that day he could not even stop singing. It came so beautifully, it seems. And there's some other people. My father, he was saying is just like, that guy should be going to Swarga, the way everything happened to him in the funeral ceremony. I think we don't know, Prabhuji, higher forces, but the parents are inconsolable. They are crying. At least mother, she could not eat for last 4 years. Father, I was calling him and I was telling my uncle, Mama, don't take complete blame on you. Because the mother told, looks like, Prabhuji, don't take him to hometown and all. My uncle said, no, he has to go and learn things. It's his hometown. He has to learn all those things, he said. So he is repeatedly blaming himself. My uncle. I told him
we cannot have, yeah.
Cannot blame. But they are in general, as usual from India, they are very devoted. My uncle and their whole family looks like they follow Sai Baba and they keep fasting every Thursday without a sip of water. All those things are there. I am seeing it. I told my uncle, please wait for 5 years. You will see what is the reason. At least some clues you will get it. I was telling him.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I will try to give him some Krishna consciousness at some point. It is too busy at this time.
Yeah.
I am requesting all the devotees for prayers, Prabhuji, especially all devotees here. So that,
Hare Krishna.
Sorry to hear this.
We'll chant Hare Krishna mantra.
yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Rama, Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you all.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
We'll end here and continue.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Sometime
Prabhuji.
please cover us Vamana pastimes also, Prabhuji. This week, Vamana Dwadas event. I was thinking maybe you will talk about that. It was just no problem, Prabhuji. Please. Thank you for this pastime. It's wonderful as well. Very happy to hear this pastime. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.